Welcome to History with Herodotus, where we delve into the intricacies of the past to illuminate the present. Today, we embark on a journey to explore one of the most devastating nuclear accidents in human history, the Chernobyl disaster. This catastrophic event, which occurred on April 26, 1986, would forever change the landscape of Ukraine and leave an indelible mark on the world's perception of nuclear power. The Soviet government had embarked on an ambitious program to harness the power of the atom with the goal of providing electricity to its growing population. Among the numerous nuclear power plants constructed during this period was the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, situated in the Ukrainian SSR, near the city of Pripyat. The Chernobyl plant, which began construction in 1970, was designed to be one of the largest and most efficient nuclear power facilities in the Soviet Union. It consisted of 4 RBMK-type reactors, each capable of producing 1,000 megawatts of electricity. The plant's location, near the banks of the Pripyat River, provided a convenient source of coolant water, while its proximity to the city of Kiev made it an ideal location for powering the region. As the Chernobyl plant began to take shape, a team of engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to bring the reactors online. Among them was Nikolai Fomin, the chief engineer of the plant, who would later play a crucial role in the events leading up to the disaster. The Soviet authorities, eager to showcase their technological prowess, pushed for rapid completion of the project, often at the expense of safety protocols and rigorous testing. Meanwhile, the nearby city of Pripyat was booming, with a population of over 49,000 people, mostly young families and professionals working at the plant. The city, designed as a model Soviet community, boasted modern amenities, including schools, hospitals, and cultural centers. Its residents lived in close proximity to the nuclear plant, unaware of the dangers that lurk beneath the surface. In the early 1980s, concerns began to arise about the safety of the RBMK reactor design, which was prone to power surges and had a tendency to overheat. Despite these warnings, the Soviet authorities continued to push for increased production, often overriding safety protocols in the process. As the years went by, the warnings about the RBMK reactor design fell on deaf ears, and the Chernobyl plant continued to operate with a sense of complacency. On the fateful night of April 25, 1986, a safety test was scheduled to be conducted on Reactor 4, aimed at determining how long the turbines would keep spinning and generating electricity in the event of a loss of power to the main cooling pumps. The test, which had been attempted before but never successfully completed, was designed to simulate a power outage and assess the reactor's ability to cool itself. The team in charge of the test, led by Anatoly Dyatlov, a seasoned engineer with a reputation for being meticulous, began to prepare the reactor for the experiment. However, as they started to reduce the power output of the reactor, they made a critical error, disabling key safety features and reducing the coolant flow to the reactor core. The reactor's power output began to increase, but the team, unaware of the danger, continued with the test. At 1:23 a.m., on April 26, 1986, the unthinkable happened. A power surge caused the reactor to overheat, leading to a catastrophic steam explosion that blew off the reactor's heavy steel and concrete lid. The blast was so powerful that it destroyed much of the reactor building, releasing a massive amount of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The nearby city of Pripyat was immediately affected, with radioactive fallout contaminating the air, water, and soil. In the hours and days that followed, chaos erupted as emergency responders struggled to comprehend the magnitude of the disaster. Firefighters, unaware of the radiation risks, fought to put out fires in the reactor building, while others attempted to evacuate the nearby city. The Soviet authorities, slow to respond, eventually declared a state of emergency, but not before thousands of people had been exposed to lethal doses of radiation. As news of the disaster spread, the world watched in horror as the true extent of the catastrophe became clear. The radioactive plume from Chernobyl would go on to contaminate large areas of Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia, affecting millions of people and leaving a lasting impact on the environment. In the words of Mikhail Gorbachev, the Soviet leader at the time, the Chernobyl disaster was a grave lesson for all of us, a reminder of the importance of safety, responsibility, and transparency. In the aftermath of the disaster, a makeshift containment structure, known as the sarcophagus, was hastily built to encase the damaged reactor, in an attempt to prevent further radioactive material from escaping. The nearby city of Pripyat was abandoned, its residents forced to flee their homes, leaving behind everything they had ever known. The once thriving city became a ghost town, a haunting reminder of the devastating consequences of human error and nuclear catastrophe. As the years passed, the makeshift containment structure, known as the sarcophagus, remained in place, a temporary solution to a permanent problem. However, it was clear that a more robust and lasting solution was needed to prevent further radioactive material from escaping. In 2017, a new confinement structure, dubbed the New Safe Confinement, was finally completed, encasing the damaged reactor in a massive steel dome. This impressive feat of engineering was designed to last for at least 100 years, providing a safe and secure environment for the radioactive material to decay. In the aftermath of the disaster, a 30-kilometer radius around the plant was declared an exclusion zone, with thousands of people forced to evacuate their homes. The nearby city of Pripyat remained abandoned, a ghost town frozen in time, its streets and buildings a haunting reminder of the devastating consequences of human error and nuclear catastrophe. Today, the exclusion zone is still largely uninhabited, although some areas have been repopulated and a small number of people have returned to their homes. The Chernobyl disaster also had a profound impact on the environment, with radioactive fallout contaminating large areas of Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia. The disaster released an estimated 50 tons of radioactive material into the atmosphere, including iodine-131, cesium-137, and strontium-90. These radioactive isotopes have been shown to have severe health effects, including increased incidence of thyroid cancer, leukemia, and other diseases. According to the World Health Organization, there may be up to 20,000 cases of cancer resulting from the Chernobyl disaster. In the years following the disaster, a concerted effort was made to decontaminate the affected areas, with thousands of workers involved in the cleanup process. However, much work remains to be done, and the legacy of the Chernobyl disaster continues to be felt today. As Mikhail Gorbachev so eloquently put it, the Chernobyl disaster was a turning point in our approach to nuclear safety, a reminder that the price of progress must never be paid in human lives. Today, the Chernobyl disaster is remembered as one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, a stark reminder of the importance of safety, responsibility, and transparency. The disaster led to a significant increase in safety measures at nuclear power plants around the world, with a renewed focus on risk assessment, emergency preparedness, and operator training. The Chernobyl disaster also spurred a global reevaluation of the role of nuclear energy, with many countries opting for alternative sources of energy. The legacy of the Chernobyl disaster can be seen in the countless lives affected by the tragedy. From the families of the liquidators who risked their lives to contain the disaster, to the thousands of people who were forced to evacuate their homes, it is a reminder that the consequences of human error and nuclear catastrophe can be devastating and long-lasting. The Chernobyl disaster will forever be etched in our collective memory as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked technological advancement and the importance of prioritizing human safety above all else. As we move forward into an uncertain future, it is essential that we remember the lessons of Chernobyl and work towards creating a world where such tragedies are never repeated. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.